Good morning. Good morning. Oh, we got an echo there. We got to take off one. We're gonna hang up here, Kurt. There we go. We hung up. We were chatting, getting Kurt. Well, we welcome today Kurt Kruger on the amazing work he's doing in peace, and he's our first speaker for Torch Peace. And I just really want to honor this today because he's done a lot of work with Torch, and he runs the Peace Lab. And the Peace Lab for me is really deepening because he's doing so many different projects and so many wonderful things. So we want to honor him. Please share it out. Please make comments and hearts and all that you do. But we welcome you to the second day of Torch Peace. And today is our wonderful birthday boy. And I want to sing before we get started. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. PPP. Robin Patel, happy birthday to you.
And many more on Channel 4 and Scooby-Doo. And
Woo! Awesome.
Happy birthday, Praveen.
Yeah, we love you, buddy. We love you. Okay, so take it away. Kurt, when you're done, just leave one of the branding up. And when I get back, we'll start again. I'm going to leave you. And thank you so much for coming on Torch Peace. Welcome, everybody. It's going to be a fabulous week. Kurt's offered to do this in the morning, so this is very exciting. And we really welcome your wisdom. So thank you. And your sharing.
Yeah, I'm glad I got some wisdom. It only took me 94,000 years, but everything works out.
I pray I get
a magical day. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. I wore a hijab today because I felt protection. I felt the gifts of the hijab. And for anybody that you know, there were coverings from all traditions. And when I think about covering myself and my heart and my soul, I cover to be able to bring that inner wisdom today myself, just like to bring it inward a little bit further, because this is Torch Peace Week and I want to have that inner peace myself. So I'll leave you guys with that. And I love you all. And thanks, Kurt, for being here to the Torch Peace.
Well, it's an honor to be here. And you've done so much good work for so many years. I mean, you're magical. It's great.
This is the fourth year. This is the fourth year. But actually it's the fifth. But as far as officially the Torch family, the torch was lit. If I show you real quick, now you're going, but I have a lot of pride here. Right here, over here is that torch that you see on the Torch family. If you look at the top, there's a dove. If you go to the Torch family Facebook page, we're streaming here. Oh my gosh, look who's here.
I don't know if you got to hear her singing, but it's wonderful to be here with you today on your special day.
Oh.
One time I was quite your age. Day to you.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday, cousin.
Happy birthday to
you. And many more.
So back to this, but this is the torch was lit 4 years ago by Haji Khan, and I rode my bike. And, whoops. We're gonna mute. Can mute.
Sorry for that. Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just telling Kurt. Oh, thank you. I have a meeting and I'm gonna leave you too, but I'm telling Kurt about the first torch that was lit. And if you look here at the Torch family on the screen, that torch was lit 4 years ago on the 16th. And Haji Khan actually rode his bike in Pakistan. I wrote it in USA. Thakur wrote it in Pakistan in a different area. And our Bangladesh, Muhammad Anam, was the spokesperson. And we rode for 2 hours for peace. And I had the torch flag, and Pravin, everybody had the torch flag that day. That's kind of the initiation of the torch flag. So if you look at our torch flag, Pravin knows it, but some of you might not know it. This is our torch flag. And oh my gosh, Haji Khan Farroch actually did a screen of this. And he built the flag, the first torch flag. So the first torch flag, let's, I'll hide myself. I'll hide. That was the first torch flag. So it flew behind Haji Khan's bike the second year. And the second year, he got 2.5 million views for Torch. And so we really honored Haji Khan. He was on yesterday when we opened up our circle. So we were so proud of him. And, you know, he's done amazing work. And I really give thanks for him. So anyway, I'm going to leave you to Pravin. Will you help? Kurt's in the back office, so he knows how to get in and out. But I'm going to leave it to you both. Love you. Have a beautiful chat. Kurt's going to speak every morning this time, Pravin. So he's our first initial speaker for Peace Lab. We're super happy to have you. And I was looking at the theme this week, and you can change it, any of you, but reconciling with our brothers and sisters, reconciling with the issues that we have, reconciling with, you know, organizations that we might have problems with, reconciling with our anger inside, that, you know, anything about reconciliation, because I don't think we take time to go deep enough for reconciling with each other. And I think it's an important skill. So anything about that sometime this week would be great, because I think that's what's going to bring that inner peace for ourselves. And I think we all need it. I think the world is shaking.
Yes.
We're shaking. And
magical day for you, though, Len. Enjoy it. And I know you'll create so much life and love.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Bye.
Naveen. Yes, Kurt. Thank you so much, Lynn. And yes.
And I finally get up with a great celebrity guru. So it's not often. But it's always good. You know, it's interesting that reconciliation reminded me of another word that starts like that.
Oh, okay.
It's recognition.
Oh.
When we recognize ourself, the true self,
yes,
by yourself, there's no need for reconciliation.
Wow.
We just are one. We see each other, God in each other. We know that God dwells within us as us. And how can anything be other than peaceful? This is the key factor. And we get to create a new story. Imagine what the story would be for a new kind of a society that is peace in everything, everything with peace. That's a new mantra that is spreading around the world. And I'll show you a little simple thing. If you lean forward and you have your hands out like as if you have a tray in them, and then you are, as you're breathing in, bend backwards as you bring your hands to your heart, bending backwards. And you're at that time that you're bending backwards and breathing in, you're saying peace in everything. Then we go forward and let the air out and say everything with peace. Peace in everything. Everything with peace. Peace in everything. Everything with peace. Imagine when every single classroom in the world begins with that repetition at least 3 times, maybe more. It brings people present in the classroom. It brings people knowing this is the focus of life. And when we focus on peace, what do we get? When we focused on going to the moon and back, we got it. We had less than 1% of the people were working on that project, yet we got there. Imagine when 1% of the people in the world go peace in everything, everything with peace, peace in everything, everything with peace, peace in everything,
Everything.
everything with peace. And we do that in our own language.
Mhm.
So if you happen to speak Hindi or Gujarati or Punjabi or whatever language it may be, Urdu,
Mhm.
Arabic, Chinese, any language, just repeat peace in everything,
Mhm.
everything with peace. Beautiful focus. And boom, boom, shambo, as they say in India.
Yes, Om Shambho. Yes.
So I'm drinking chai, and I've been a teacher, so you can't scare me.
Man, this is Kurt Kruger, man, all the way from California, US, man.
Yeah.
The,
Praveen is from Toronto, right?
yes, I'm from Toronto, Canada. Yes, brother. Yes. Half
Yeah.
of my life in Toronto, Canada, half of my life from India. Yeah.
You want to tell people about how your adventure in peace from India all the way to Toronto and what it was like to be able to come to a crazy place like America or Canada? My goodness, the Wild West.
Actually, that's a great question, Kurt. So, are you ready to hear my story? Why North America?
Well,
Okay.
let's focus it on the peace part of it.
Yeah, peace part two.
Because
Okay,
it might be a piece of money you want or whatever. And that's one of the reasons, but we also have all kinds of reasons.
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So, as you know, I born 51 years ago. I came on this planet Earth in this universe 51 years ago, and God made me choose North America. I mean, the whole world's beautiful country called Mother India's beautiful province called Gujarat, which gave Mahatma Gandhi, today's Prime Minister Mr. Modi, as well as other Prime Ministers of India too.
Oh, you just blanked out. I couldn't hear you.
Gujarat's,
You got to
oh,
speak up.
okay. Yeah, I'm getting some phone call. That's why. Okay, can you hear me now? Good.
Yes, I can. Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
So yes, that Gujarat's a small village called Julasan, which gave NASA astronaut Sunita Williams, as well as uh, like about 8,000 people in my village. Out of 8,000 people, the street actually I born, which is Mahadev Vas, which is Temple Street, and there are two Lord Shiva's temple in my street. In my village, like about 100 plus temples. The biggest temple of my village is Muslim goddess temple, made by the villagers as well as the non-resident villager, which are all over the world. In US, like about 2,500 plus my villagers in USA and all over the world. So we made the temple, Muslim goddess temple. Even though the 1,000 plus years of history of my village, mm, only Hindu people lived in my village. But the biggest temple is Dalama temple, right? So soul searching was started since my childhood, and my father is not only my father, my godfather introduced me with spirituality. Lots of spiritual leaders comes to around my village or around my area. My father makes sure they come to our home, and we have a chit chat. So I was like grasping since my child was this spirituality. Of course, at our home also we pray, morning, evening time. Also, we go to the temple morning, every morning, goes to temples of my street. Yes, and then that's how my raging started. And in my village, like I saw when I was so small, I saw like one of my doctor's son, one of my uncle, whole village came to stand up in the train when he went to USA. So that scene still I remember crystal clear, maybe around happened 45 years ago approximately. But that scene, like people were crying, like they were like giving stand up to like their own one, right? And yeah, so then I got my first dream, like I'll go to USA, North America, USA. So yeah, that's how that dream came. Now I've got that also dream that like I'm going to make sure study such a study hardly, study smartly. So the love of my life is going to come to find me. I'm not going to come to find love of my life. Also, I got the dream that love of my life must be the same last name Patel, same subdivision of the Patel. There are like Kadwa Patel and Leva Patel. Like Lord Rama had two sons, Lava and Kusha. The generation of Lava became Leva Patel. Generation of Kusha became the Kadwa Patel. So I'm Kadwa Patel. And Kadwa Patel also there are subdivisions cut like 42 division, 84 divisions. So those days, ancient time, 42. I'm 42 Kadwa Patel. That means uh, the marriages happen within those 42 villages or 42 those areas. That's it, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like if you are not getting married, those within 42. If you are not getting married of your sister or your brother, same within 42 villages. So that's a 42 Kadava Patel. That's like my subdivision. So that's also I got a dream like love of my life must be 42 Kadava Patel. And then long story short, like yeah, very first time my father gave me the container to put like a pen and actually pen, specific kind of pen and specific kind of slate over there, like not fountain pen or not like the ink pen, but yeah. So we used to have like a slate made up of sand, like then it was colored with a black color, so black slate, and we have a pen, so we not like the pen ink pen, so that one. So to put that one, my father gave me that one, and on that container that was a beautiful picture of airplane in blue color and beautiful picture of either air hostess or pilot. So then very first dream I remember, which is like I say like I'm going to become the I will drive the plane, and and I will let people move from one part to other part of the world, and while doing that I will visit the whole world. And actually my father got uh, later to get the admission to become the pilot. But one of the jealous uncle, he released that later, later invitation letter late after the deadline. So the deadline was missed, and so that's how my father didn't have chance to go to become the pilot. And then when I became teenagers, like early teenagers, around 13 or so, I told my father, I'm going to become the biggest Hindu priest the world has ever created. And my father said, son, that's nice, but you are the lighthouse of our family. The same father, who taught spirituality, and introduced with like lots of spiritual gurus. And then my father said that, right? So he must have blackmail. And then, since my childhood, I love mathematics. Even today I said, okay, how many days did I live? So just I counted like within like a minute or so I did count, and I came up with like 13,000 uh, six 640 days. That's how many days God made me on this planet Earth to live. Yeah, so I said, okay, mathematics and engineering goes together, so I'll become the engineer. My father said, son, you're going to become the doctor. I look at our uncle, extended family uncle. He's the engineer. He has to, live with laborers, in like in to like plus 50 degrees, not not schedule of lunch or dinner, never know like it's happening or not, and stuff like that. And look at our family doctors, like everybody respect him like the god. Everybody comes to his AC office, and such a calmly, you know, and give the happiness, give the beautiful health to the people of the our area. So to make my father happy, I went to the medical college. And yeah, during my second year of medicine, I got married in February the 5th, 1994, right? And now and same like yeah, they came to found our home, they found our families, and like that. And my father said, yeah, if you are in love, let me know. If you are not, then yeah, nice relationship came. You two meet each other, and let us know. But we loved each other. We loved each other, families and stuff like that. So yeah, for one month, we enjoyed each other's company, and then that's how I got married with my wife on February the 5th, 1994.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw first time my wife January the 6th, 6 p.m., 6 minutes and 6 seconds. Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, Chettamangni Patavia, like yeah, within 1 month we get married. We watch movies. We went to the restaurants to eat food. Like I'm the middle class of family, lower middle class of family. So I didn't have that much luxury to eat, in restaurants. So when food comes, fall down, man, I said, man, my wife is going to say no to me. Man, what kind of guy, man, doesn't know how to eat, man, food particles fell down. But like, yeah, so I got married, and then within 1 month, my wife came back here. And see, like, I was living my father's dream, not my dream, right, to become the doctor. Also, like when I went in the grade 11 and 12 to live in the hostel, like about 40 kilometers close to my village in Ahmedabad, but beautiful city of India. And I felt homesick. Even like 40 kilometers from my village, living in a hostel, I felt homesick. Now, during medical college, I went to the Surat. Surat is the diamond city of the world. Like about 90% diamonds approximately made in Surat.
Wow.
All these raw material and everything, like yeah, finishing products and everything, yeah, of diamond. Also, Surat is favorite for its food, like yeah. There is an expression called Surati Jaman, Surat ka khana, or Kashi ka marna. Like the food of Surat, a city, and Kashi, like Varanasi, Kashi. If you like Hindu, if you're Hindu, and if you die in Kashi, that's one of the holiest death you have ever got.
Oh.
Like yeah, like let's say somebody's relative died, so then we take the ashes, and we make sure we bring it to the Kashi, in the river Gangas. Also, when person dies, we put like a water Ganga river, in that person's mouth. So we have so much emotions with the river Ganga, the holy Ganga
Yeah.
Varanasi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Surti Gali. Surti, that word is also very well known, but Surti people use it like the comma and full stop. So it's like people don't get offended. All right. Such a musically they use the F word, in the Gujarati language. Yeah. So that's about Surat. Also, textile. Surat is very good in textile business. Yeah. So over there, 400 kilometers from my village. So like more homesickness I felt. So I felt more homesickness. I felt inferiority complex because of the English. Because yes, I studied the English subject since my grade 5. But English teacher was, used to teach in mother tongue, which is Gujarati. So in medical college, big books, in English, man. And mostly the professor from southern part of India, and that English accent is like the foreigner side, accent, So everything, whatever, teacher was taught me going from the roof, man, like, yeah, nothing comes, goes inside, and even though a couple of words goes inside, man, from the another year, it goes from the outside, man, right? So that's, and then I started bunk the classes. Because like for surviving, I was not able to say my father, like father, like I feel like the prison in medical college, so because like Thakur, yeah, you wanna say something? Kat? I don't hear you, brother. I don't hear you. Okay.
Sorry for interrupting, but your life story is so interesting, and I'd love you to be able to continue. But there's so much about peace that we need to get out there, so to speak. And for me, it's like I gave at the very start of this nice program with you, is this idea of peace and everything with peace. And so there's a practical aspect of it. But what else is a practical aspect? Well, you shine all the time, that incredible smile of yours. And it brings light to life, and everybody has that same opportunity.
Yeah.
And how often do we use it?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wants to walk around and feeling somber. And yet, when you walk in the streets of big cities, no matter what big city, people are not looking at anybody. They're sitting on the subway and they're not looking at anybody. They're not smiling. They're maybe on their phone. They're maybe reading a book. They're not. They're listening to their music, but they don't ever connect. And the big thing about connection
Yes.
community. It builds the human family. The human family, not my family, because like in India, my family has got about 50 people in it, right? Because we have my brother's family and my sister's family and my other brother and everybody, and they're all living in the same place, and they're all and life is beautiful and happy and everything. In America, or the continent that we're living on now, families, excuse me, the north part, especially north of Mexico, the families are what are called that insular families. They're the molecular families instead of the system family. And the extended family is so beautiful. And humanity is even a greater extension of this. And when we see humanity as all one, there's not a single border on our planet. You do not see it from space. You don't see it really except in certain places where you cross from one country to another, but it's an idea. Neighboring towns across the border, like in there's Detroit is across the border from the city in Canada, and yet there's so much less violence in the city across that border because they have a different view of life. They have a different law that allows it so people don't have so many crazy guns. And I'm saying crazy guns because how many times do you have to shoot something? Once. Do you have to have a machine gun or one that repeats so fast? And so on and so forth. There's reasons why, like right now, there's an extreme issue with denuclearization, with stopping all the nuclear weapons from being created even bigger. What do we need bigger when we got plenty of them already? They can destroy the whole planet. They're not going to destroy the planet. They're going to destroy the humans on the planet. So why do we have to have such violence? See, our whole view of life, or the whole story that we've been taught, is to become insular, is to think only about ourselves, is to be able to think that we're different than the separation demon. And when we stop separating ourselves, just imagine, what are we breathing? We're breathing the breath of trees, and they're breathing the breath of us. And so on and so forth. This is an interchange. It is a working together. It is a collaboration so that we can celebrate. We can have celebration, and we can evolve into what it is that we really want. Peace and prosperity for all. There's not a single need. I just posted, it was either today or yesterday on my Facebook page, an image of Branson, Elon, and that other guy from Bezos. And they all want to go off into space. And Branson's already been there. And they're doing all this money and investment and so on. Imagine, instead of spending all that money, just thinking about themselves and how great they look, or whatever reason they do it for, they actually use that money so nobody's starving. And they can do it in ways that actually rejuvenate the soil and feed people that way instead of just giving them the food. But sometimes there's a need for giving food. And how many people would love these three people instead of be envious of them? Do we need envy? Does that make you feel good? Do we need to have fear for your food coming? When I lived in a village in India, just south of where you were, I was in a place called Ganeshpuri. Ganeshpuri is about 50 miles northeast of Bombay. I mean,
Mhm.
Mumbai. And I saw more happy kids in the dirt streets of the little village than I see walking the streets or playing in the streets or whatever of neighbors anywhere in Los Angeles. You seldom see that many happy, smiling faces. People talking with each other, neighbors talking with each other, and sharing food with each other. That's how I was raised in a little town in north of Los Angeles, about 20 miles. We had parties at our house. We had parties at their house. Just the neighbors got together and we had a good time. It was the way life can be in community. And the community of the planet is what we can become. And there's a little bit of pontification. And I didn't tell any real stories. Like you got magical stories. Of course, I have a few myself, being 94,000 years old. But yeah. Tell me, what was the thing that got you into wanting to be able to bring peace to life in people's life? Because you're the celebrity guru. A guru teaches how to be. Well, you tell me what a guru does and explain how that brings about peace.
Sure, great question, Kurt. I love the way you explain beautifully. Guru. Gu means darkness, Gumana the light. The one who brings you from darkness to the light, that's the Guru. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah.
Oh,
Like in Islam, Allah never born, never die. In Hinduism, there is Sakuna Bhakti with statues, and idols. And there is a Nirguna Bhakti, means never born, never die. That's Shiva. Shiva never born, never die. Just exists the way like Allah, never born, never die. And then under Shiva, there is God, generator, the messenger who generates us, which is Brahma. O means operator, the messenger who operates us, the whole world, which is Vishnu. And God, Da means destroyer, the destroy our meat bag, our bodies, that's Shankar. So under Shiva, God, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar. So that's the Guru. Guru Brahma. Guru is itself is like the Brahma. Guru Vishnu. Guru is Vishnu, the operator. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru is also the destroyer, Maheshwar, destroyer of the meat bag, flesh and like that.
beautiful.
Guru Brahma, Guru.
That beautiful thing about, like, for me, I look at it in as a personal thing. So when I have a bad thought, I can let this aspect of Shiva, Shankar, I can have him destroy that negative thought, and I can switch it to a positive one.
Yes.
All it takes is that desire to see what's happening in my mind, to be able to. There's a practice in my book called Winning Ways for Living, but the practice is called switching.
Wow.
So how would you like to be able to switch a negative practice into a positive practice, a negative habit into a positive one? So we're going to do this now. Let's say you always feel so sad or in the morning. And you wake up and, oh, I feel so depressed. I don't feel good. And you hear your mind say that. Do you really want that? How does it make you feel? Doesn't make you feel good. So you take your hands like this, elbows near your sides, and you're going to cross your hands and point them to the walls and say, switch.
Switch.
And then you take your left hand here, facing you, left hand facing you, and right hand against it. And you turn it around with the opposite idea of this depression. So why am I so happy? We're going to use a question. Why am I so happy? That's the opposite of depression. Now, that puts it into your head. Why am I so happy? So you can figure that out or let God figure it out, give you that inspiration. And then you want to seal the idea of happiness into your body, into your energy field. So you take your right hand and like your little finger at the base of your torso, right near the base of your kundalini, right near your vital organs, and you lift straight up the center of your body, up over your head and forming like a D shape. And you're lifting, and at the time you're lifting, you say, "Thank you, I love you." And you're thanking that part of you that reminded you that you are in charge of your life and you are switching your life into being happier. You are loving the new you. Now, what's this lifting like this? Why is that? That's like zipping that energy, that idea into your energy field. Now, when I talk about energy field, some people are thinking, oh, he's a real flake. Science is proving that we do have an energy field. They can measure it with Kirlian photography. They can measure it with other devices. They can take pictures of it. And it's an amazing thing. When you do lift your energy, it really puffs the energy out away from you. You have higher wattage and voltage than you did before. So you're becoming that light force that we're talking about as the guru is lighting up life. Why does it light up life? Because it removes the darkness, that depression, that idea that I'm less than, and you switch it into the positive. So why am I so healthy and happy? May as well be healthy too, right? Because it's harder to be healthy. Harder to be happy if you're not healthy. I have a friend with severe pain in their feet. Severe. But when I give her a beautiful project to do, and I give her a refocusing, and she's got a beautiful experience to give to people, the pain isn't as present because what we focus on is what we get. And that's, for me, what the guru does. The guru removes that darkness, offers the new light, offers the new way, offers to be able to have insights and inspiration. That's why we meditate. You can't have any insights come if your mind is always working. And too often our mind is always working. Einstein was out sailing when he got E equals MC squared, when he was just chilling. What else? What's his name? That guy Newton supposedly had this apple fall on his head. He's sitting underneath. That is that exquisite thing to do. Sit on the bare earth, leaning against a tree like a Bodhi tree. You lean against this sacred tree, and it absorbs the energy of the earth, but it also takes in the energy of the heavens. And it is like a conduit of beauty. And when you lean against it, that vibration of all that energy balances the human cells when we sit there long enough. Half an hour of doing that, you'll walk away feeling much, much better. And it's an easy practice to do. And it doesn't have to be a Bodhi tree, could be a pine tree, could be a redwood, but be with Mother Nature. Plant your feet on Mother Earth at least half an hour a day. She has a special vibration. God gave that vibration. Allah gave that vibration. And we tune in closer to that force. And this is the beauty of what we can do in Peace Lab. We experiment with peace. That's why it's called a lab. Did you know that? It's like a laboratory. We experiment, we research, we do anything that we can do, especially collaboration. Because my identical twin is so different than I am, yet all our cells are supposedly all the same, but we have different thoughts about things. He has his focus, I have mine. He can contribute his ideas to the Peace Lab. How will we bring peace? Let's say he's an economist and he brings this idea of donut economics. So donut economics is when we think about all the elements of a corporation. The corporation gets raw materials, has people working in it and around it, and is affected by the environment itself and so on. When we look at the bottom line for the environment, the bottom line for the people in and around the corporation, and the people who are making the money, the investors, and you take all three into account instead of just the investors, then we stop raping the planet so much. We start to, instead of packaging things, I'll show you, look at this little thing. I bought this the other day, okay? Got it from a big company. Here's this box, right? Here's this box. Inside this box are those things. What is this for? It's already in a box. Why does it need another box? Why does it need to have all of this when we have computer information?
Mhm.
And why is it so I have to have a magnifying glass to read the doggone thing? It's so small. And so on and so forth. Is this productive? Is this good for our environment? How long does this last? How many thousands of years? What does it do to our oceans? There's micro plastics in our bodies right now because we're eating the fish, we're ingesting. I mean, it's just crazy what we do. So when we have an economy that is built for the people, for the planet, we don't make things that we don't need. In the 60s, we used to say, live simply so others can simply live.
Wow.
And that's like living like Gandhiji. Gandhiji is one of my heroes. Gandhi the Man was the best book I ever read, but his autobiography is superb, but it only takes you so far. And so I always wanted to know more and more and more. And I had a friend, Ramkrishna Bajaj. He used to, beg for him and so on, yet he's a millionaire kind of person. But he was
Bajaj
that
scooter.
humble, And so we get to be able to learn from simple things like that. Like live simply so others will simply live. When Elon Musk and Bezos and all these super rich people decide to be able to do something, like the lady who wrote all those books on the Harry Potter books.
Harry Potter books, yes.
She gave away most of her money. She did it to incredible charities. Now, there's a guy that, Microsoft, he's trying to stop, he's making all these vaccines for Africa for stopping malaria or whatever he's trying to stop. But he's also making a fortune doing that. That's great. Help people. But it's better to be able to prevent the issue.
Mm-hmm.
When we look at prevention, like why do we have people that are greedy? Because they haven't learned values. When we learn values of love, number one value, it's in every religion. Number one value, love. It brings peace. Peace brings the ability to be respectful, responsible, kind, courteous, all the different values and virtues that every religion promotes. In the Christian tradition, they have the Beatitudes. And when you look at the Beatitudes, there's nothing in the Beatitudes that all the other religions wouldn't love. And it's the same in so many of the religions. When we focus on the essence of it, the things that heal and prevent problems. You don't have to solve the issue, but the biggest salve, the biggest remedy is love. They found that, like, Lynn is a great nurse. So she nurses people back to life. She has that beautiful privilege. There's something called touch therapy. Touch therapy is putting your hand on a person and talking with them, giving them the idea that obviously that, they may be hurting or something. And you say, we care so much about you. And you give a little bit of love like that, that helps heal the person faster. I experimented with that in South Africa. When somebody jumped up and had a volleyball and a beautiful spike, but when he came down, you hear this crack. His knee just blew out, as they say in sports. And I dragged him off the court. I said, "Do you mind to see if I can help you?" He said, "Okay." So I put my hands on his knees and I guided him through a visualization, calming his breathing. Said, as you breathe in, just imagine the blood cells going to, the part of your body that needs it the most, because they're getting fueled because you're breathing in through your nose and it goes to the lower lobes of your lungs. And I just kept on going and going on this biological kind of visualization. But for the first time in my life, I experimented with the power of the Spirit. I thanked God for having healed him. Periodically, during the 45 minutes that we were sitting there, I thanked God for having healed him. But I was guiding him through the visualization all that time. He got up and walked away. And years later, with a backpacking trip of scouts, Boy Scouts, same kind of thing happened. A boy twisted his ankle. Boom. I asked him if I could do that. He said, okay. He walked away without the staff that he had to have when he twisted his ankle. So what can't we do? When we open to the Spirit, when we seek the preventions, when we seek the salve, the love that is the source of all. So,
Wow.
Yeah, I talk so much, it's pitiful, eh?
God.
And I actually, Praveen, are you going to be carrying this on further after this?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
I'm going to be having to
Absolutely.
go. Yeah.
Yes.
But I'll see you mañana at your time, or maybe if you'd like to join me, we'll do that tomorrow or what. But it'll be a fun time sharing peace. And I would love everybody to look at the Peace Lab on other networks, othernetworks.org. And I don't know how to put that in there. If you can, Praveen, othernetworks.org/peace_lab. And you will get to a page on other networks, or just search Peace Lab on other networks. And you'll find the page that describes all the different areas of life that people can use their expertise in to bring peace. And we're looking for the philosopher's stone, or the missing link, that when we find that idea or practice or whatever it may be, that we will have a dramatic increase in peace on the planet. Because there's something that's missing. Because for all the years of our planet with human beings on it, according to the scientists, they say there's only been 26 years that had peace. So let's bring it alive. There's been millions of people trying to have peace. There's been thousands of organizations. Even today, there are thousands of organizations about peace. We get to bring them together. We get to be able to find the missing element, that we will have peace on earth, peace in everything, everything with peace. peace in everything, everything with peace. So I leave you with that. Thank you so much, Praveen.
Wow. Kurt Kruger, man, from very busy schedule, you share your wisdom. Really appreciate that, like really it means a lot, and my celebrity, my Torch family, Kurt will be here for whole week in the morning time. Is that true, right, Kurt?
Yes, I will
From
be here at 7 o'clock each morning.
7 o'clock in the morning. Yes,
Yeah.
Pacific time,
Yes.
and
And I
7
will have other
p.m.
guests on
Pakistan.
too.
What's that?
I will have other guests on too.
Oh,
So
nice.
it
Yes.
won't be that you'd have to be on to just have us chat or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And yes, appreciate your wisdom and sharing your wisdom everywhere, including our Torch family. Means a lot, Kurt. And
Yeah.
yes, you are the Torch. So feel free whenever you would love to join. We are 7 days from July the 11th to July the 17th, whole week, 7 a.m. Pacific to 9 a.m. Pacific, as well as 7 p.m. Pacific to 9 p.m. Pacific. Yes.
Beautiful. All right. Cheers.
Okay, cheers. Thank you so much. God bless you, and see you soon tomorrow morning. Yes, and if you feel free to join today evening too, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time.
Everybody gets to join anytime. Thank you.
Yes,
Cheers.
and yeah. Okay, so that's Kurt, man. Like yeah, he just poured his heart, body, mind, and soul. Kurt been to India, and Kurt, you feel the spirituality. You feel what Kurt shared about peace, right? Yes, Kurt also dated not one but two Bollywood Bollywood celebrity sisters actually. Yes, Dimple Kapadia and Simple Kapadia. Yes, Simple Kapadia, rest in peace. Dimple Kapadia doing amazing still. Yes, so yeah, and Dimple Kapadia got married with Rajesh Khanna, the first superstar of Bollywood. First superstar of Bollywood. Yes. So if you would love to join, feel free to join. Let me connect the link so you can join and share your views about peace, towards peace. You can wish me happy birthday. Today is my happy birthday, by the way. Happy 51st birthday. So feel free. Okay, so let me add the link. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Send lots of hearts, wow, like and share it because you are caring. You are caring, yes. Which part of the world are you watching? Please write it down in the comment section. Also, when you share it, write down hashtag shared. If you're watching live, write down hashtag live. If you're watching later on the replay, write down hashtag replay. And yeah, I just shared it, the link. Or if you need the link, ask me because we are live in so many different channels, including my YouTube channel too, I believe. Mhm. My channel, is it live? I don't see still live. I don't know why. Yeah, so this is about peace. This is Torch Peace. Torch stands for the TORCH, right? TORCH. The organization for realizing change in humanity. One more time. The organization for realizing change in humanity. TORCH. It was founded by Mama Lynn, Torch Mama, all the way from California, USA. And I also joined in those days when Torch was found within a couple of months. Torch was young. Right now we are 4 years celebrating fourth anniversary of Torch. which is on July the 16th. Also the mother birthday of Mama Lynn, birthday of Torch Mama, birthday of Torch Queen, Mama Lynn Chitak. Also birthday of Taqwa Ahmad. Taqwa Ahmad, yes, Taqwa Ahmad, amazing princess of peace from Pakistan. And right now around 14 age, but like 2/3 of her life, Taqwa is, sharing the stages in different stages in Pakistan. Also virtual stages also Taqwa has shared and get so many medals and rewards and awards. Right, yeah. So that's Taqwa. Taqwa is suffering from spina bifida since childhood. So Taqwa has to be on the wheelchair or in the laps, of her parents. Yep. But I never ever seen any single day Taqwa was like, mentioning her illness. I never ever feel that. Such a strong human being. Taqwa Ahmad. Yes. So let me send this link to some people who wanna join. Swami Jasmine. Yep, let's some of that. Also, मैं हूँ खुश रंगहीना प्यारी. A friend of mine is calling from Pakistan. Yes. So, all Baluch, Baluch, that's the Facebook. Opu Baluchistan. Opu Baluchistan. It's calling me. Please join. Yes. So yeah, if you would love to share about a piece, if you would love to wish happy birthday to me, or this is the birthday week for Mama Lynn as well as my Taqwa Ahmad, myself, Rabia from Pakistan. So yeah, feel free to join. If you need the link, write down in the comment, like you need the link to join. Yes. Yep. So this is it. This is it, my friend. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, peace. What is peace to you? And when I was with Kurt, I was mentioning about Guru, the importance of Guru, right? Kurt asked me the question. So Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Sri Guru Namah. Guru is the generator of Brahma, Guru is the operator of Vishnu, Guru is the destroyer, Shankar, right? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma. Guru itself is like, God, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, and Tasmai Sri Guru Namah. That kind of Guru, I bow down to that kind of Guru. I सजदा करता हूँ मैं ऐसे गुरु को. ठीक है, तो ये meaning की बात है. गुरु घंटाल की बात नहीं हो रही है यहाँ, ठीक है. दूसरा गुरु के बारे में लिखा है, कबीर जी ने शायद लिखा है, गुरु गोविंद दोनों खड़े किसको लागू पाए. गुरु गोविंद दोनों खड़े किसको लागू पाए. बलिहारी गुरु की जिसने गोविंद मिलायो आज. if in front of me, my Guru and Govind, my Lord Krishna, come in front of me, whom I pay tribute to, whom I किसका मैं सजदा करूं? तो उसमें कहा गया है कि गुरु गोविंद दोनों खड़े किसको लागू पाए, बलिहारी गुरु की जिसने गोविंद मिलायो आज। तो मेरे सामने मेरे गुरु और गोविंद भगवान भी आ जाए तो पहले मैं मेरे बलिहारी गुरु की वजह से मेरे को भगवान मिले हैं, ठीक है ना, भगवान तक पहुंचा हूं, तो मैं मेरे गुरुदेव का सजदा पहले करूंगा, मैं गुरु को मना नमस्ते पहले करूंगा, इसके बाद मैं वो लॉर्ड कृष्णा और भगवान के पास जाऊंगा। तो ये है गुरु की इम्पोर्टेंस, ठीक है ना। हाँ जी, आई एम सॉरी लास्ट नाइट आई डिड वर्क, as soon as I came home I'm in front of you, so I'm yawning because of that, please do forgive me. Okay, so this is it, right? This is your opportunity to share your heart about God's peace, about peace, what is peace to you. And then also this is your opportunity to wish me as well as your Torch members happy birthday. Like Mamalin's birthday is coming on 16th. Carla's birthday gone on July the 2nd. Yeah, Takwai Ahmad's birthday is coming also July 16th. All right, Rabia's birthday is coming on July the 6th, 17th. So yeah, feel free, join and make it happen. Make it happen. Hope. Yes. Okay, today is day number 2 actually. It started from yesterday. Yesterday 7 p.m. Pacific we started at Torch. Hey Zabia Khan, Zabi Khan, Assalamu alaikum. Hey Zabi, would you love to join? I know, and wish happy birthday to me or our Torch member, or would you love to speak about Torch peace? What is peace to you? Feel free, join, and we'll go from there. Right, brother? Zabi Khan. Nice name. Zabi Khan. There is a movie called My Name is Khan. My name is Khan. Zabi Khan, yes, I got you. Okay. I'm going to send you the link. Okay, click that link, and please do join. And yep. Thanks for saying hi to us. Thanks for saying hello to. Yes. So, Jabi, check out your messenger. I send you the link to join in this broadcast and share your opinion about God's peace, opinion about peace, and also share your opinion or wish like happy birthday wish to me as well as other Torch members. Mama Lynn, Tekwa Ahmad, Rabia. Okay. Oh God. Yes, 1 more hour to go. 1 more hour to go. Yes. Oh, 9, 7 to 9. Oh, it's done. 2 hours are done actually. Right? 7 is 9, 9 to 11. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Congratulations. We did it. We did it. Yep, yep, yep. मुस्कुराने की वजह तुम हो. I'm smiling because of you. That's what the meaning of what I said right now. Yep. Let's see, 2 hours are done or not. Just let me double check off. Versus 1 hour ago. Oh, 1 hour and 25 minutes. Okay. So still we have about 35 minutes to go. 35 minutes to go, yes. Oh man, yeah, look at that. First time in my life, during my birthday, I shaved my hair professionally. Yep. Feels so good, so light, man, so light. And lots of spiritual leader, especially in the spiritual leader, we shave over here. Also Buddhism also. Buddhism also saying, because you got attached with your hair, right? Attachment with the hair. But then when you shave it, detachment starts. When you shave it, detachment starts, right? So yep, this is it. Still 35 minutes to go for this morning session up in North America. So feel free to join. Feel free to join and share your voice. You got the voice. You got the voice. Share your voice. I'm sorry. Wow. Yes. God is peace. Peace is God. God is Allah. Allah is God. Allah is peace. Peace is Allah. Peace is Allah. God is Jesus. Jesus is God. Peace is Jesus. Jesus is peace. Right. Buddha. Peace is Buddha. Buddha is peace. Right. You are the peacefulness. You are the peace. You are the peace. Right. Yes. The fight did not resolve any situations. The fight did not resolve any situations, but peace did. Peace did, right? Okay. Yeah. And what can I let me play this.
Hello friends, I would like to show you our school. This is our school signboard. Inside of our school, friends, this is a solar school. You can see our solar. This is all beautiful. You can see the flowers. It's a green school. We would like to show you the computer lab. Hello teacher. Yes, this is the computer lab. You can see all the kids are learning different programs. So, hello Isanda, what are you doing?
I'm learning Turkish soccer.
Yes. What would you like to say about Taj family?
Long live Taj family.
Hello. Yes. What would you like to?
Thank you, Mama Line for seeds.
Yes, Mr. Hussain.
Mama Line, you are so kind.
Always support you and the Taj family, and we are proud to be working with you and also working under your leadership. Thank you so much.
Wow. Yes. Wow. That's a torch school. That's the first torch school of the world in Pakistan, and the principal is Rahmat ul Rahmat. Rahmat ul Rahmat. Amazing, amazing gentleman. Look at these kids. When I saw this school first time before coming into contact with the torch, I couldn't imagine, like, they don't have doors for the kids, washrooms, no washroom, nothing for study, not enough books for food, not enough food to eat for them. And now, like, they have a solar systems up there, beautiful food, torch sponsored so many times, iftari, and yeah. Now I'm going to play for you. It's a small boy, Hasnain from Pakistan. He did interview me, and he's the youngest person whom I interviewed, like who interviewed me. Here is the Hasnain for you.
Hello and Assalamu alaikum. This is me, RJ Muhammad Hasnain. The only way to be safe from the spreading of coronavirus is to stay at homes, avoid social gatherings, and stay in distance of 1 meter. And also wash your hands again and again. Thank you.
Wow, that's Hasnain from Pakistan, and the Chota package, Bada Dhamaga. Okay, a friend of mine asking how long. Mhm. Okay, yay! How are you, Mama Lynn? Welcome back.
I'm here. I was going over to help a friend that broke her ankle, and welcome to you on this birthday day. So she said, "Can you come in an hour and a half?" And I said, "Sure." So anyway, I'm here in the woods, in the redwoods. I thought
Wow,
I'd send you some peace for this birthday day of yours.
yay!
Send
Thank
you
you,
love.
thank you.
The river is all dried up, which I've never seen. This is really scary. Wow.
Wow, that's beautiful, nice area. So many
But the
vegetations.
stream is yeah, the stream is not flowing. I've never seen it not flowing.
Hmm.
This is a big deal. But how are you doing, Pravin Patel?
Yes, I'm doing good. Last night I did work. I just came home and I saw your, the torch is on, so I just joined you. And I said,
You
okay.
need to get some rest, huh?
Oh, for sure. Yes, yes.
It's been,
Yeah.
if
So,
I was just at a meeting and it was all about humility, and
hmm
it was about, I brought up the talk about reconciliation with others, and there was so many great shares around humility about
hmm
if I'm thinking about humility, I better get back to being humble. So, because we're thinking only of ourselves. So it was a powerful share on just being with people and being with people that care.
Yeah,
But being humble is such a powerful thing.
yes, sure.
Yeah. So I think we tend to think about ourselves most of the time. And, there's that moment of grace that happens when we can open ourselves to being of service. And I know you're of service most of the time. And
Yeah.
I just appreciate you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
You're welcome. Yeah. You're great love. You're great love. You're great humility. You're great soul that was born And I know when I was leaving, I was hearing that you were sharing about your family and where you came from. And it's a powerful gift, right?
Thank you. Mama, why don't you have like, horizontal? So yeah, there you go. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
wearing nice up there, like did you cut your hair or just wearing something? Or
Well, you said to go
looks
bald,
cool.
so I thought I better wear my hijab on your birthday. Did you hear me?
No, I didn't get you. Please.
I said you asked me to shave my head, and I said this
And you
is about
did.
this is about as close as I got.
Oh my God.
Birthday.
Wow,
I
wow,
did this
wow,
for your
wow, wow.
birthday. I did this for your birthday.
My God, wow, look at that.
No.
Kamar Abbas also shave his head. You shave your head. When I shaved my head first, this is third time actually, yeah, third time. So I said, okay, this is hashtag head save challenge, something like that, and then yeah, it started. A moment started.
I feel like the first time you did it, it was a little bit like, okay, Pravin, where are you headed? Now I look the second time, and then this time I feel like it's you. Now it's you. You know, it takes what it takes. So when I go to shave my head, it will take time to be me in a new experience, right? In a new experience. So I think all of us tend to, as women. I remember the girl downstairs coloring my hair this year, and she does natural dyes, and my hair is blonde like I was like when I was a kid for the first time, and since I was young, and it's so fun to have blonde hair because I feel like I look in the mirror, I was like, oh, this is so sweet, and so what do you want for this birthday year? Well, let's share a little bit of birthday.
You sang a song for me. You allow me to host with you. What else do I want? You gave me whole 1 year, represent torch with all the 4 pillars, and allow me to explore myself, share my heart, body, mind, soul with our torch community. Yeah, you give a lot to me, a lot to the world. Yeah.
Well, when you think about the 4 pillars this year, how are you doing? Obviously you just ran another marathon, right? And tell the community, what do you feel when you're running? What do you feel when you're working through whatever you have to work through just to do that? I mean, that's huge.
What's the question, Mama?
What do you feel when you're out there running a marathon? What during the running? What do you actually?
That's a good question. What do I feel while running? I feel more connected, with our creator. I feel more connected being in the vortex, in the zone, also, I see all kind of people, always I carry my 3 flags with me, right? When I run, like one flag is Mother India's flag. Other flag is, okay, so this is Mother India's flag. Then other one is half of my life where I'm lived so far in Canada, so this is Canada flag. And also this is full size of US flag, right? So I always carry this 2 flags. And
we need to get
people
a torch flag. We need a torch flag on there.
I know, yeah, I need the whole one. Why? Yeah, if
right.
somebody send me this torch flag,
Haji
I will carry that one with this size. Yeah, sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And when I run on the streets in Toronto, like, people honk it, with happiness. Sometimes they stop it, and they ask like, okay, I know one is US flag, one is Canada flag. How about the other one, right? So I say that's Mother India flag. And last time actually what happened is I was doing around, like from my home to the Lake Ontario, the biggest lake of Canada, and then I come back. So one round is equals to like 8.5 miles, and 26 miles equal to marathon. So then I was doing another round, and that time the I was talking and the girl bypassed, and that girl stopped. The black girl was stopped. I was talking to Indian family, Indian couple, and Indian couple was so cute, man. They were having the stroller. In the stroller, they put the puppy. Puppy was inside the stroller. So first time I was into my running zone, so I just recognized and I said hi, hello, and then keep running. But the second time when I saw the same couple over there, I started chit chatting, and then they said, yeah, they are from India, they're from Delhi, and yeah, so we took pictures, with the puppy with them, and like that, like yeah, but Indian guys having puppy, rarely, like we Indian guys we rarely have puppy. So I got surprised, maybe I don't know. I just thought maybe they didn't have the kids, so with the stroller, they were having the puppy with them. Otherwise, if you have the small boy, must be carrying with them. You know what I mean? What I saw is the couple. And
Beautiful.
yeah, so while I was chit chatting, the black girl, started to stop, and they said, "Oh my God, like you're the same guy I saw you, about an hour ago running." So he said, "Yes." So he goes like, "Oh man, I saw like one Canada flag, our country Canada flag, one I saw US flag, but I didn't know about the third flag." So what he was like, I did the Google, like which flag is this one, and then I asked her, okay, well, finally did you find out? She goes, yes, 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 that's the Indian flag. I said, yes, you're right.
Hmm.
And yes, yeah, when I was, doing my last marathon again, July the 2nd, and that was this marathon actually. That marathon was, yep, Mount Everest marathon. Mount
Beautiful.
Everest marathon,
And that was like
right?
60 something miles, right? 60.
And that was 62K. 62K. Generally, marathon is like 42K,
Yeah.
26 miles, but this was 62K.
Hmm.
And yeah, like one and a half marathon basically. And yeah, this happened. And yeah, so,
It's
and
amazing.
see, like I branded myself the Himalayas Guru, and last year because of COVID, I didn't have a chance to go. But see, like I didn't know about this marathon is exist, right? But then this year I just came to know about this one. I just registered for this one, Mount Everest marathon, and yeah, it's done. It's done, right?
That's so
So,
beautiful.
like yeah, God put this, when you get the dream, God gives you the dream, God, Allah, Rama, Buddha, Jesus, and He makes sure, He put like right people in front of you, right opportunities in front of you, to make the world beautiful, to fulfill your dreams.
Beautiful.
And yeah, so I was running July the 2nd, my 13th marathon, and very first half an hour, I just reached by the lake, and one big dog, man, looked like the tiger, man, started barking at me, what I mean, started attacking me. The lady, the owner of the dog, fell down, man, what I mean, to save from dog to me. She fell down on the ground. So now I was motivating the lady, come on, like, you are the ringmaster, don't let, dog control you. You control dog, and like I started with that zone. But like God started, when the dog started barking, right? And lady was on the ground. The glasses were somewhere else. You know what I mean? So I helped her to, take her glasses back. And like I told her take a deep breath and stuff like that. Meanwhile, dog was attacking. And dog even like came to attack. And like one of my elbow, man. Up to
Oh
now, up to that
no.
much, that dog came.
Oh
Even even one of the another guy, he was like passing by with his dog. He also did his best, to bring back that dog to the owner. But again, that guy also didn't become successful of doing that. But that's nice
no.
of him. And then I said, man, enough. I was like, having those flag war like that. I just like, uh, like rounded this flag like this,
Yeah.
and I said, man, I said over the dog, like, I felt like this is a weapon, what I mean? And I was like playing like the sword kind of thing, what I mean? And I said, man, I talked to the dog, don't you dare to awaken the dog within me, like, I said, man, because in the Mahabharata, there is a speech called the Holy Gita speech, like, by Lord Krishna to Arjuna for the world. And Arjuna said, man, oh my God, like, how can I fight with my cousins? How can I fight with my guru, the one who taught me how to do archery? How can I fight with my great grandfather, in whose lab I got grown up? So Lord Krishna says, man, they are soul, man. They are in the dharma's place. They are not in the, religious or spiritual place. So they are, fighting from another opposite side. Not non-human side, whatever. So like they are supposed to get killed, man. And while you kill them, you'll get the heaven if you die. If you don't die, and if you kill them, you'll get the kingdom, and establish the religion and peace, and love and dharma, like that. So yeah, so that episode I remember, man. And I said, man, don't show the dog within me with like doing like this, and I'm gonna cut you, I'm gonna kill you. I was like, I don't in that zone because protect myself, like that, because that lady was the owner was on the ground, right? So yeah, I said that lady goes, oh, don't hurt my dog. I said, man, look at your dog hurt me first. You know what I mean? Came all the way to my elbows, still barking. You are, like still taking your time to, come back. And I just recommend to lady, why don't you go to the bank of that, lake, lake bank of that lake. That lady went once. Dog went to with her too, and then dog came back, and started barking at me. And then again, this time I said, okay, go so far towards the bank, and this time went towards the bank with the dog, and both of them went. Then I started running. So that was that story. Also, of course, rain came several times right while my son last time. So
Wow.
even though I ran in the rain too, and like stuff like
Wow. I'm
yeah, so
shocked by this.
12,
This is a big
12
story.
hours. Yeah, 12 hours and 45 minutes I ran to
Wow.
cover 63. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I used to run the mile.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you
But
sent me
1
the pics.
mile took me 7 minutes. So I'm like, wow, this would take me a long time to do a marathon.
Yeah,
This
so
was
that's
when
a
I
good
was
speed though.
young. This was when I was young.
Still you're young by heart.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
heart, my foot needs to get really well.
Mhm.
So hopefully, I'm going to see the podiatrist now because the MRI came back pretty rough on my foot. But I'm going over to help another person that just broke her ankle and she's 70,
Oh dear.
So I was supposed to go, and then she said, can you come at 9:30? And I said, okay. So now I got to come see you. But I'm thinking a lot about what does it mean when you're running and you get distracted from the mind, right? We all get distracted from the mind. You got distracted from the dog, but you had to pull yourself back in. And then,
Yep.
how do you do that? How do you bring yourself back to that present moment with God? For me, it's a daily practice of learning and education for myself and stepping back in. And, right now I was thinking, I'm sitting near the stream that's completely, you guys have seen the stream flowing and it's beautiful, but there's not one bit of water in the stream, nothing. There's no water running. And
Yeah.
I said to myself, what are the animals doing? Because you were talking about the dog. What are the birds doing? What are
True.
and I was like, boy, maybe I should take pictures and then post them in town just to say, we should really be putting water out for the birds, because they don't have water, So this is really big deal that California is so dry. It's very sad. So, yeah. But I think, well, how do you bring yourself back? How do you bring, okay, I can think of all that, but now I have to come back and say, okay, God, it's your land, it's your place, help me understand what I should do. Where did the thoughts come? How did they come through us as human beings and teach us this beautiful part of humility?
Yeah, because see, if your dreams are big enough, not selfish one, then nature helps, to fulfill your dreams.
Mhm.
Because ultimately, nature wants, God wants like beautiful earth, right? Beautiful water, amazing air, amazing, like the heaven on the earth. That's what like God, that's how created this beautiful world, right? So yeah, from whatever the running or walking or bicycling, our Haji Khan Faroz, right? Does, like because of bigger purpose, like, spreading the peace. Aji Khan is like, in Pakistan, 15,000 kilometers of bicycling, in 5 years or so approximately. Wow, man, right? The magic happens. Like, see, when you do fasting, those, like, let's say Muslim people do fasting, Hindu people do also 1 month fasting to Shravan, in month of Shravan. Muslim people doing Ramadan 1 month fasting. But same
When is
Muslim
the month
person.
of Samhain? I'm going to interrupt you. When is the month of Samhain?
Okay. So in a in Hindu, like, yes, we have January, February up to December. In
Okay.
Hindus, we have like also Kartak. There are 12 months in Hindu months, which is like Kartak, Makshar, Posh, Maha, Phagan, Chaitra, Chaitra, Kartak, Makshar, Posh, Maha, Phagan, Chaitra, Vaishak, Jet, Asar, Shravan, Bhadrava, and Asho. So there are 12 months, and out of 12, one of the month called Shravan month. So Shravan, so that month is like one of the holy month. We put like to Lord Shiva one of the specific uh, branches called Billy, like specific tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Billy with the three
Mm-hmm.
leaves, like, and three leaves, remember, like represents, like, God, the messenger who generates us, which is Brahma, the messenger who operates us, which is Vishnu, and the
Mhm.
messenger who destroys these bodies, when it get older, whenever time to go. That's destroyer, which is Shankar. So yeah. So in my village, like, during month of Shravana, if let's say we cannot do it in person, then we give money uh, to the priest of that temple, and that priest does, like, let's say 1,000 or whatever the bill is, and we pay that, we pay the priest for doing that one on behalf of us.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh
In
yeah,
what
it is.
month in America or
Yeah.
Canada? What month is that?
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, Karan.
You'll have to Google it for us. I think
It's
for
like
me,
during monsoon season. During
Mm.
monsoon season. So right now, um,
Yeah, I've done
mm,
Lent and I've done some of the fasting with our Islam community.
oh wow,
But I haven't. I'm really opening myself for
oh wow.
fasting right now, and I've been called back due to some family situations, and it's again so humbling when people act against you, and it's so shocking that people act against us because none of us have the right really to act upon each other. And so
Absolutely.
when I think about Gandhi and I think about him walking, or I think about Martin Luther King, I started this page called Public Theologian. And yesterday I started posting some things from Rudolf Steiner's work. There were some pastors and people that are studying the anthroposophical Christianity, which is a very
Mm-hmm.
esoteric Christianity that Rudolf Steiner started. And I studied it in my 20s. I haven't done too much.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the church in my 20s, but when I met the people in the communities, in the Rudolf Steiner communities, the communities that he set up were so precious. One of the communities is called Camp Hill Village, and my husband and I almost did this, but the trifold communities actually take in handicapped kids or kids with any type of mental health issues, but they live in these houses in the same community so that they can share each other's time with each other. So maybe my child can go to your house or your child can go to my house, and we can share this raising of mental health because it's draining on the caregiver, right? So this was a very powerful thing to think about in my 20s. Like, wow, this is so special. So then I just started taking in single moms in 1990 to 2010. I took in single moms into my home. And because I knew that, the love, the love of having this support for a single mom. But then I became a single mom.
It was like, okay, God's going to teach me another lesson here. So this funny lesson was huge. You know, I'm taking in single moms and I'm single and I'm raising my kids and I'm dealing with all the things that come along with kids by myself. And I've got single moms that are dealing with all of their issues. And so then it was like, I remember my friend Kathleen, she and I met at the domestic violence court, and we helped a lot of women that had gone through domestic violence. And I've been thinking a lot about domestic violence lately. Like, it's such a hidden message, it's such a hidden value, and we don't talk about it a lot. But my daughter and I escaped domestic violence when she was 1.5. And I remember this feeling of like, I want her dad to be involved, but I can't have him hurting us. So I remember this, you know, we moved to another property. I left the housing that I was in. I stopped for a little while taking care of people. And this was 2002. Let's see, 2000, it would have been 2003. And I had a storefront. I had a sustainable store. So every day I'd go to the store. We had a beautiful kitchen. I held dinners. I worked with college students. And yet the situation was in my background. And I was like, I'm living like two different lives, you know? And a lot of us tend to do that in our society. We don't want to share the pain that we are actually living. So, you know, coming with Torch and sharing my stories, the first time I shared it was in a group of women in Oakland, California. And I walked in and they were all undocumented women. And I remember sharing my story about fleeing. I had to flee my home. And then I had to have a hidden house because he was still bothering us. And then I had to have, I had to leave New England and come all the way to California to start over. And this was a really big thing that I had to do. And it took almost 7 years to do that. Like from the beginning to the end, you know, 7 years. And it was so trying on my daughter and my other kids. But we protected my daughter. And at the same time, I was trying to love her dad. And it was her 3rd birthday, and I brought her back. And I said, you know, he hadn't seen her for a year, and he didn't even call to see her. He didn't have any inkling of seeing his daughter. And I was so sad. So on her 3rd birthday, I said, let me see if he wants to meet with us. So I called him and I said, would you like to meet? So we met at a bookstore. I picked him up at his house, and it was a little scary. But I did. It was my house, you know, that I had left him in 1.5 years earlier. And we went to a bookstore. And then, I don't know, he switched his brain. And he almost killed us on the way home. And boy, I don't know what happened to Pravin. We lost Pravin. There he is.
Yes, I'm watching you. I'm on, you know, I want to give you full screen. That's why I was at the back. Yeah.
So I remember this feeling like, wow, I tried to be kind and I tried to be caring, but he almost killed me and my daughter. And I remember this feeling like, how can I bring peace to this situation? How can I bring my own heart? So I did a lot more around the Stone Garden for World Peace, and elders started coming to the Stone Garden for World Peace. And we did a lot of work spiritually with community and development and creativity, but I stopped teaching my food, and I stopped teaching consultations because I had to do that inner work. So when you go through things like this and you go through violence, you know, that I never caused this for him. I couldn't change him. I tried so many times. My children tried so many times because we wanted my daughter to have a dad. And I remember he died 3 years ago, and some of the community members that were involved with him were still angry at me. And I had to stand up at his funeral and say, you know, I loved Jeff Schmidt. I loved him. And I tried to love him. And I don't know what happened for him in his brain, in his own being. But over and over, I wanted him to be a dad to my child. And my daughter was in the room at that time. But this idea of reconciliation was so powerful that after he died. And I remember before I spoke at his funeral, I went out to the house because all of his stuff was my daughter's stuff. And she was not willing to look at it. And so I went and I gathered sacred stuff from him to bring back to my daughter. But during that moment, I just prayed for him. I prayed for him to go to the light. I prayed for him to have a peaceful transition, that I knew this life was hard for him. I prayed for him about our love, because we were in love. I prayed for him about the caring of our daughter, that I would take care of her. I prayed for him so many different ways. But out of this comes this humble heart, right? That I never could, I didn't create his toxic mind. I couldn't change his toxic mind. And I couldn't help him in his toxicity of being a dad or wanting to be a dad. And many, many experiences I could share about this situation. But, I remember coming out teaching a few years ago when I met Rehan. And Rehan found me, and I was teaching spiritual practice on a practice by design. And I had come out to start teaching again because I taught a lot in my 20s and 30s. But this humility of sharing the domestic violence years, I put myself in service to serve other women that went through domestic violence. And I would teach them in the court system to stay above the courts, because the courts weren't helpful. They just put the women back in domestic violence by giving kids over to a domestic violence partner. And this is what my daughter had to go through. She had to go through visitation, supervised, unsupervised, supervised, unsupervised. 5 times my daughter had to do this. And this was so much hell for me as a mom. It was hell on earth for me, because the situations were so dangerous for my daughter. And you look at putting your child in danger and you say, wow, how did I get through that? How did I bring myself? And I used to go to the earth, and there's an old practice that somebody gave me. You dig a hole in the earth and you shout into it really, really loud. You yell deep into the earth and just bring all your tears, everything. And then you bury it and say, ask God, please, can you transform it? So now that I'm in the forest today and I look here at the trees, and, I feel like shouting that there's no water in the stream. I feel like shouting again. I feel like burying this pain I'm feeling around the stream. We feel pain as human beings. We're not Jesus felt pain, Buddha felt pain, Gandhi felt pain, Martin Luther King felt pain. We're not out of pain. We can continue to think that we can be out of pain, but I think this is our human life. And I'll leave you with this, that the sand, there's a beautiful story recently, I posted a little bit, but one of my sponsors sent it, and she said there's sand that the gold miners would go and hunt for sand, but for years they would sift the sand to find one little speck of gold. And we as human beings have to go through the sand and sift and sift and sift the sand and to find one little speck of joy. And I look at my daughter today. She's bright. She's vibrant. She's moved through so much pain. To not have a daddy, not live with her daddy, not live with the man that I wanted her to I chose to have a baby with this man. And I just know she's well loved by God. I took her to church. The community loved her. I took her to horses. The horses loved her. The community of horse people loved her. She had this way of being with horses that she could calm. The trainer said she's got a calming spirit around horses. So just to make it, my daughter had to go through so many pains. And I had to go through so many pains, but we walked this road together in and through domestic violence. So anybody that's experiencing domestic violence today, you can walk through it. It's not easy to break apart from domestic violence. I have only one friend I can share this with. I only have one friend that I can share this story with. And I can call her. And I said, I'm feeling it again. And she said, it doesn't go away. And when people are violent at us, when people are not kind to us, when people are not caring to us, we didn't cause it. We can't change them. And we can't really do anything, just take care of our self-care. And so all the seminary work that I've been in, all the spiritual work that I've taken, all the spiritual work that I've done, I can only say to my human self, I did well. It's okay, Lynn. And does that take away the pain? No. But it takes, the self-care takes us into the deeper practice of love and kindness and care for ourselves, that we can move ourselves into a relationship with ourself and God. And so today in the stream, I'll pray to God, I'll pray to the community, I'll pray and share it maybe with others, that the stream is no water. There's no water flowing in this stream. What will I do? How will I expand from this? I don't know. But I'm asking God, please give me the words and the wisdom to understand what should I do about this stream flowing. Is there anything you want me to do? I'll put water out at my house for the birds. And maybe I'll bring water to the stream once a week and put a bucket down here for water for the birds or the animals in this stream bed. What do we do? So that's my story, Pravin. Thank you for letting me have center stage. I didn't expect that. But you walk this road, and I don't care who you are. We're human. And on Pravin's birthday, I know he's gone through his own pain and his own strife to be 51 today in this planet. And this week I'll be 62. And we walk through these doorways. And there's nothing better than life itself. And I love walking beside my brother Pravin because I know he sifted sand like me to get to where he is, to get a little piece of gold, to have such a good friend, to have such a good person to walk beside. Dr. PPP, I love you.
I love you, Mama Lynn. I love your mission, passion, purpose, vision. The moment you started 4 years ago, Torch, and look at that, we are celebrating 4th anniversary, of this week, and 16th of July. That's it. This is a 4th anniversary World Torch Day, and this is World Torch Week. This is a World Torch Month. And thanks for sharing your light. Thanks for sharing your light. Daphne would love to join. So please, Daphne, send the email to send. So looking for the 6-digit code. And Daphne said nights, Dubai nights looks for good for her rather than Dubai mornings.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And Pravin, I'm going to go see my friend now. I'm going to go be of service. She broke her ankle. She's 70.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to go be with her and spend time with her now. She just got home last night from Montana and she's in a lot of pain and just want to be of service to her sister. So be of service today. That's how we get out of ourselves. That's how we find that humble heart. That's how I know Pravin does service, and as we open to this beautiful birthday day of my brother Pravin, please join him. And Pravin, make sure you can just close it down when you're ready and take a rest because it's okay. And we'll be back on later today.
Yes. So we can close it already. Like good morning, 2 hours are already we served it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, we can close it. Yeah. So
yeah,
sure.
go have a nice rest. Go have a nice rest. We'll be back on today. If anyone wants to speak with the torch, please let us know, Pravin or myself, or Fana or Kurt. Kurt will be back on tomorrow morning. Pravin and I will be on later. And we love you. And I wish you, what are you doing for this special day, Pravin?
I got my cake. I got flowers. You advised a couple of months back. Have flowers for yourself. So this time, I got flowers for myself. Also cake and working. I did work last night, 8 hours. So yeah. Also, Jasmine is hosting 2:30 p.m. today for happy birthday party plus show.
East Coast. East Coast.
Yes.
East Coast birthday party for Pravin on on Waves of Kindness. So tell
Yes,
us the link. Why don't
yeah.
you get the link here?
Uh,
Oh, Miriam is here. Hi, Miriam. We'll get
I
you on
guess
the back office, Miriam. Come do some torch peace. Robin's birthday.
thanks,
Yeah, we
Mariam.
love you, Miriam. You're doing
Yeah.
beautiful work in Pakistan. She is our torch member. I don't know Daphne. Hi, Daphne. Nice to see you. God bless you.
Yes. Daphne is from Pakistan, living in Dubai.
Oh,
Author, yes, Guinness World Record #1 international bestseller author of the upcoming book, A Magnetic Entrepreneur, Go Getters Getting It Done, as well as also the author of the upcoming book, Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover, a mind amazing coach, and yeah, it's a great personality to meet, to have in touch. Or yeah.
yeah, we need hosts. So, Miriam, if you want to come and be a host or any of your family members, make sure and come and be a host. I know Bari Ra is up in the.
Kashmir and Islamabad, yeah,
Yeah,
Barira.
so we want to love Bari Ra on her travels. And she made our beautiful poster. So please go on the website and see her beautiful poster.
Oh, yes, I loved it.
It's really pretty. And
Yeah.
we're going to have a big celebration week. This whole week is a celebration of Dr. PPP's birthday. And we will celebrate and embrace. Can you come on at 7?
Yes, yes, I'll come for like half an hour or so, and then I'll go.
What
and
time
get-
is your work?
My work starts at midnight, so I need about like I have to leave around like 10:30 Toronto time, which is 7:30 your time.
Well, let's
And
come
then
on a little earlier. I'll try to come on earlier. Okay. Well, let's celebrate.
That's
Okay.
great. That's
I love you so much.
Let's do the closing then. Let's do the closing, right? Okay, we'll close, and then we'll be back around like I don't know 6:30 your time or something.
Yeah, does that sound good? You name the time. You name the time.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. And
Okay.
generally, we are here for like 7 days from July 11th to the July 17th, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. as well as 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time and Pakistan time to same basically, right? So feel free to join and connect Lean or myself, Mama Lean or myself or some other co-host, which is
Fatima would be
Mr. Fatima
hosting,
Aziz,
yeah,
Kurt Figure.
Kurt will be hosting. I think Julie Down is coming. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's good.
I think
Oh,
Julie
I see.
Down is coming. I know Swami said yes. I know Mian Atik said yes. So we
Mhm.
have to bring a timing. The early torch members are saying they want a poster, but please come and be part of our hosting too. We would love you. And Daphne, please be part of the torch. You are a blessing.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
love to host, feel free to host. If you love just join as the speaker, feel free to join. Yes. We are
The
open.
torch is open. There's no,
Yeah.
it's all
No
open.
boss, no hierarchy, nothing, yes.
Blessings and light, peace and
Absolutely. That's it. And TORCH stands for TORCH, the organization for realizing change in humanity. TORCH, the organization for realizing change in humanity. What do you love the most, Daphne? Peace, health, environment, or technology? Peace, health, environment, or technology? Which one do you love the most? And whoever is watching, just write the answer in the comment. What do you love the most? Peace, health, environment, tech. Yep. So, Mama Lynn, so again, thank you so much for, sharing your video. Oh, there you go. Daphne is so fast, man. Daphne goes, peace. Yeah. So, Daphne, close your eyes. If it's safe to do, close your eyes. If you're driving, focus on your driving, of course.
Let her come onto the stage, though. I think she needs to come to the stage.
I think, yeah, we'll do that time. Okay. So, yeah. Definitely remind me about this one that, you chose the piece, and we'll do on the stage, with the piece.
Do an official one.
Yeah.
You are
Official,
so good at it. You are so good at it.
Yeah, thank you. So are you. I learned it from you actually, because I seen you asking about and then I just learned it from you. Yes.
Here's the
yes.
beautiful redwood trees for your birthday. We love you, Pravin.
Oh, look at that! Nice, man! Wow, it's like the looks like Hollywood, Bollywood scene, When I visited Honolulu, and I went specific Jurassic Park was film, that kind of scene looks like, man. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, love you much. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, today also Malala Yousafzai born today too. Of course, I won earlier than Malala, but we are sharing the happy birthday date,
Whose
July
birthday?
12th.
Whose birthday today?
Malala Yousafzai. Do you know Malala Yousafzai?
I don't.
Okay. You must have heard this story. In Pakistan, there was a girl, and she was doing BBC shows with another name, and then the fundamentalists or terrorist people came to know about that one girl from Pakistan teaching education for the girls and stuff like that. So those terrorists came while she was going through the truck to the school, terrorists with the gun, loaded gunman, and asked, okay, who is Malala? Where is Malala? So one of our friend looked at her, and then that guy started boom, 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 man, like, yes, so such a close distance, man, started, uh, you know, uh, s- s- started rifling, started, attacking with the gun, right? And Malala went into coma, and at the same went to the hospitalized to the hospital close by. And at that time, one of the doctor from UK, she was visiting Pakistan same time around that area. So then she came to know about that one, like, oh, something happened like this, and there is a young girl, on life and death situation. So she went over there, went to the place, and offered to move that Malala. Yeah, the girl name is Malala Yousafzai. Malala, M-A-L-A-L-A, Malala. Last name is Yousafzai. So yeah, right away after that, transported to UK. In UK, with good treatment and everything. After, like, I don't know, almost 2 weeks also, that much coma. She went in the coma for like about 2 weeks, and then finally, opens her eyes, and miracle happens. Whole world was praying for, her life back. And yeah, God, Allah, Rama, Buddha, Jesus heard the prayers of the people. And yeah, but then Malala has to learn all from the beginning, because like the how child runs walking, how child runs learn speaking and like that. So that's how Malala started to learn all these activities. And yeah, right now Malala is also in UK, studying such a scholar student. One of the quote of Malala I love the most is like, one pen, one book change the world, or something like that. Beautiful, beautiful, man. Malala came to Parliament of Canada, and delivered the speech beautifully. And Malala's father was the main backbone behind Malala. Always, always supports Malala, and also his father was running the school. Actually, his father was running the school. And yeah, this has happened, right? This has happened. So there is a movie. I Am Malala. There is a movie. Also, there is a book. I Am Malala. There is a book. Beautiful book. I just finished that book, like like within 2 days or so, and like amazing, beautiful book, amazing family, Swat Valley. Malala used to live in Swat Valley, beautiful valley. In Kashmir ki wadiya ki tarah mana, हाँ जी, Pakistan occupied Kashmir, I believe, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, that's the bit story shortly about Malala, and I highly encourage you to read Malala's book, I Am Malala, and also I highly recommend you to watch a movie called I Am Malala. Yeah, so that's Malala, guys. That's Malala. Malala has a non-profit organization, for the education of the kids, especially I believe girl education, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, that's Malala, and also United Nations is celebrating Malala Day, July 12. Yeah, and then that giving me the inspiration to let you know that let's start World Celebrity Month, July, or as well as World Torch Month, July, World Celebrity Week, July 11 to July 8. 17th, and the same thing World Torch Week from same July 11 to July 17, and have July 12 as the World Celebrity Day, because life is the celebration. You are the celebrity. And having July 16, the day of Mama Lynn, birthday of Mama Lynn, should be celebrated as World Torch Day, man. Also, I talked to Jasmine, and I said, man, Jasmine born in June the 7th. So I said, have the June month as the Waves of Kindness month, have the June 1st to June 7th as the Waves of Kindness week, and June the 7th as the Waves of Kindness Day, World Waves of Kindness Day. So let's see, because every dream start, every whatever you see, buildings or this or that, that came in somebody's dream first, right? And then, architect came into the picture, and the laborer came into the picture, and yeah, magic happens, the Taj Mahal happens, or any big monuments it happened, right? But it starts from somebody's brain, right? As the thought, and then when you put into the action behind the thought, results happens, right? Result happens. So yeah, this is it, my celebrity. Yes. So 2 sessions are done already. Yesterday we started from July the 11th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. That session is done. Today's session is also done. So feel free to join 7 days from July 11th to July 17th, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pakistan time or Pacific time, and 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pakistan time or Pacific time. Okay, and according to this time, you can find out in your country what will be the broadcast time, right? And feel free to speak as a speaker, connect Mama Lynn or myself or Barira Ali or Fatima Aziz, right? To get the link for you as a speaker. Okay. So that's it from second session of the Torch, of Torch Week. And again, thank you so much for joining. I am honored, privileged, humbled, blessed, and super excited for having a Torch platform for you to share your voice, to share your mission, passion, purpose, vision, your wisdom with the world. Believe in your wildest dreams. Don't let anybody steal your dreams. Just do it now. If Trump can win, so can you. If Trump can lose, so can you. You have the celebrity day, you have the celebrity life. You have the torch day, you have the torch life. You are the light. You are the waves of kindness. You are the greatness. You are the celebrity. You are the torch. Send lots of hearts, wow, like and share it because you are carrying. Okay, Mama Lynn is also at the back office. So Mama Lynn, would you love to join or just close it for the day? Okay, Mama said, what did Mama say? Okay, DM here. I could not get back on the back office. I did not know. I am on my phone. Okay. So can I turn it off from here? Okay, so I'm going to turn it off from my side if I can. Okay, I can end from my side. Yes, Mama. Okay, so I'm ending it then. Love you, see soon. Have a sweet rest and feel the light. There you are. Thank you. Glad for you. Awesome. Okay, so take care. Bye bye bye. Shabba khair. Okay, and keep spreading torch. Keep spreading waves of kindness. Keep celebrating your life.